0106. We have the experience. Quick Link Construction.
CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Dine-in or takeout available. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Thursday. 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 Thursday, Thursday. A Thursday. Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. It's another day, number 15. Day number 15. And Christmas will be December 5. So we're counting down. And we're doing very well, wouldn't you say? At 20 minutes after 6 o'clock, we're still on the journey. We're still on the journey of Gratitude Thursday. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, one and all. How are you all doing? How you do? What's going on? What's going on? Medea, Medea, Medea. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I'm your producer and presenter, Lady D, Denise Gomez. Welcome to Inside of the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Broadcast on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM. Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. Courtesy of Chris Wilby. Touch FM Radio 90.1. Courtesy of Tony Touch. Yes, I had done a drop for Tony once, you know. Have mercy. And I put my best seductive, sultry voice on it. I think he still has it. So good evening to you, Tony. I'm also streaming on the Linkage Radio app. And Ryan, he downloaded the app this past week. When in doubt, download the Linkage Radio app. I'm also streaming live on YouTube channel Inside the Zone with Lady D. If you are just joining me, come on in the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you. Inside the Zone is a culture-centric radio program that connects the Jamaican diaspora and international audiences globally. The show's content captures its people's social, cultural, and collective views on issues that affect their communities. Family, health, finance, education, immigration, housing, wealth management, life and health insurance, real estate planning, and food security. On Monday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Linkage Radio in Mount Vernon, New York. 22 minutes after 6. Right now in Mount Vernon, it is a high of 40 degrees. At 7 p.m., we have 100% rain. Rain is in the forecast for the next hour and more. And I'm looking at rain all the way up until tomorrow. Yup. Come on back here to me. All the way to tomorrow. I mean rain. And you know how people still crazy on the roadway. You just take your time. Don't let them bully you. Welcome to Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. It is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. And Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant. Courtesy of Sandra Bryan with her delicious treats during the holidays. I have more for you. And so coming up in a few minutes, we have Inspirational Zone. We're going to get our praise on. And, of course, Music Zone. This evening, we are in the Gospel Music Thursday feature of the Center Stage platform. We do have News Zone, a rebroadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. And in reflecting on Christmas past and present in 25 days, Christmas and family, the preparation and bonding make it all worth it. In Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. From the subject line, some women don't know when they have a good man. Some women don't know when they have a good man. In Center Stage this evening, Rookie Wilson, prospective candidate, Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Northeast United States. You gotta register because you have to be able to register to be able to vote. So we have so much for you. 25 minutes after 6 o'clock. It's gonna be a beautiful show with you and I talking, playing music, and just sharing. But as always, we have to start off with a praise. You know, I have to praise. If I run out in the mornings and I don't get to have my devotion, I have a time of meditation. My God has to come full circle because we can get so carried away and not say a word to Him. Just keep moving and moving and moving without saying, oh my God, I didn't even pray today. I didn't even say, Lord, have mercy upon me. You know, that kind of thing. And man, do we need His mercy. Don't we need His mercy? We do need it. 26 minutes now after 6 o'clock. Let's get our praise on. It's a beautiful day. Welcome to my YouTubers. Welcome to those of you who are tuned in on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7. To my YouTubers, have you just sat there and you're just simply watching? When was the last time you just shared? Just share it. You have tons of people in your contacts. Share. It's a blessing. Let's get the show going with some great music. It's Gospel Music Thursday.
I'd like you to help me just welcome this great worshiper by the name of Jacqueline Carr.
Done it, Lord. Thought it right. All was wrong. Just like the prodigal son, I demanded my right because of my pride. But from now on, yes, so wrong. Oh, yeah, just like the prodigal son. Oh, Jesus, here is my prayer. Oh, I thought it was right, but from now on, this is my cry to you. I need you to do it, Lord. Please let your will be done. Oh, against my will, yeah.
at 6:32 p.m. right here on the show, Inside the Zone with the Lady D, Denise Gomez. Welcome to Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. You just heard a selection by Benjamin Dubé featuring Jacqueline Carr. And can I tell you, I'm a fan of Benjamin and his group. I mean, they're in rotation, but each time you see them perform, it's amazing. Even when I don't know what they're singing, because sometimes, they sing in their own language. But man, it connects. So I hope you were blessed this evening, each and every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. I feature Inspirational Zone. We get our praise on. Hello, everyone. Don't forget our telephone number. We do have a phone line, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. A lot has been going on across the world, but we are here. And, many of us who are followers of this young man who we know has been doing so well in the entertainment industry. He died yesterday, so I have that feature to present and, just to talk. It's just so bad. But anyway, we keep moving here. Of course, coming up right now is News Zone, a rebroadcast of the news, courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, December 15, 2022. Government will be moving to obtain International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO certification for the new NIDS card. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the process to attain ICAO certification will be executed in tandem with the technical pilot phase that was launched on Tuesday. This will ensure that the Jamaica National Identification Card is consistent with international standards for digital identity.
This is the same standard used in all the programs in Europe and most of the new programs in the Americas and Asia Pacific region. This is also the same standard adopted for electronic passports. So our card will be on the cutting edge, meeting the most popular and most widely used international standards.
The Prime Minister says that by adopting this standard, NIDS is producing a card that can be used for multiple applications, utilizing solutions from a number of vendors and delivering the highest level of security and data protection. In addition, he says NIDS will be crucial in boosting the growth of e-government and increasing the effectiveness and quality of trusted public services.
This system will further help the private sector in the authentication of credentials for online services like e-banking and e-commerce.
5 families in various St. Andrew communities are looking ahead to the Christmas holidays from the comfort of their own newly delivered homes, thanks to government's new social housing program, NSHP. Prime Minister Andrew Holness handed over the units on Tuesday. They include a 1-bedroom unit gifted to Rayanne Moore in the Rock Hall community of West Rural St. Andrew. Over in Golden Hill, a mother of 4 expressed gratitude for her 2-bedroom house. 2 3-bedroom units were also delivered to 2 families in the Callaloo Mews and Andrews Pen communities. And Kintyre Close resident Sylvia Green became the first recipient of one of the precast solutions being developed as government explores new construction innovations to bring down the cost and delivery time of the NSHP units.
It is much easier to build that in terms of the walls being precast and then assembled. It uses less labor and less cost, but it delivers quickly and gives you equal, if not better, strength than a block and steel solution.
The unit was constructed in about 28 days on-site with 7 days of off-site work taking place concurrently.
So this is just one example of the innovations that we're doing. We need to be able to scale up to do thousands of houses if we're going to truly tackle the housing crisis that we have, particularly for indigent for persons who are unemployed. If we're really going to make an impact with social housing, we need to be doing it at scale. So I think we're onto something good, and we will be seeing more of this being deployed as we go along.
On Wednesday, the Prime Minister handed over another NSHP unit, this one constructed in partnership with private sector company ARC Properties. The two-bedroom precast dwelling was presented to West Central St. Andrew resident Sidonie Eldemeyer.
First and foremost, I want to give the Prime Minister really appreciate this. It's been a rough year. But as the songwriter said, when God said yes, no man says no. Thank you so much. May God continue to bless your handwork and pushing more help for people like me to benefit a house like that.
Prime Minister Holness, who first made an appeal in February for private sector companies to join government's NSHP initiative, praised ARC Properties for being the first entity to answer the call. He is appealing for others to come on board.
The government that I lead puts in place all the necessary mechanisms for accountability and transparency in these infrastructure projects. So for the private sector persons looking on who we are appealing to, who may have certain skepticism about the processes, the only skepticism that you should have is that the project might take a little longer than you expect because of the rigor that we apply to accountability and transparency.
Chairman for ARC Properties Limited, Norman Horn, says the company is striving not just to earn, but also to share those earnings with persons who are less fortunate. He is also encouraging other private sector companies to support the program.
You cannot begin to imagine how satisfying it is for us at ARC Manufacturing. And each year, with God's blessing, we'll continue to do this. This is a program for any company, any business, any private sector person in Jamaica to participate and help persons who are in need through social housing.
Corporate area residents can now access information on proposed development projects within their communities through the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC's Building Application Query Portal. Mayor of Kingston, Senator Councillor Delroy Williams, made the disclosure during the KSAMC's monthly meeting earlier this week. He says the initiative is part of the Municipal Corporation's modernization program. The online query system allows residents to search and find developments taking place across the city while they are in the processing state and lodge their concerns or objections. Persons can access the address, proposed development, and status of application. Mayor Williams says all complaints submitted to the KSAMC must be taken into consideration during the approval stage, and this initiative is one of several intended to streamline and improve the service delivery of the corporation. For more information, persons can visit ksamcwebapps.com. Holders of National Health Fund, NHF, and Jamaica Drug for the Elderly Program, JADEP cards, will be able to access more benefits. Significant among them is the introduction of the prostate-specific antigen PSA test, which is now being covered under the NHF Individual Benefits Program. The subsidy is set at $1,600 per test, with a maximum allowance of one test per year. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says this is particularly useful, as data from the Global Cancer Observatory for 2020 estimates that Jamaica records over 1,500 new prostate cancer cases annually.
We have some 89,665 active male claimants, 40 years and older, who can benefit from this new addition. And again, we say to these men, use the benefit to get tested. Early detection saves lives.
Minister Tufton was making a statement in Parliament on Tuesday. He also revealed the addition of 41 new active pharmaceutical ingredients for the treatment of 8 conditions. This will benefit 350,000 active NHF card holders. It will cost the government $474.6 million per year. For the 21,000 JADEP card holders, they will benefit from 5 additional pharmaceutical items at an annual cost to to the government of over $42 million. Persons wishing to access these expanded benefits and others may call the National Health Fund at 888-DIAL-NHF. That's 888-342-5643. You may also access their website at nhf.org.jm or visit any drug-serve location at private and public health facilities island-wide. And finally, after a 2-year absence, the tourism product development company TPDCO has revived its major craft fair. The fair, dubbed Crafting for Christmas, Give a Craft That Counts, returns this Friday, December 16, on the south lawns of Devon House in St. Andrew. It will run from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., featuring over 60 local artisans with an array of art, craft, and souvenir items that will be on display and for sale. It provides an opportunity for patrons to do their Christmas shopping while giving the artisans an outlet for sale of their wide range of Jamaican products. The event will also feature authentic Jamaican entertainment during the lunch hour and later in the evening. Executive Director Wade Mars says Devon House has also collaborated with TPDCO to offer a special rate for a tour of the mansion and a serving of their world-famous Devon House ice cream. The fair is free of cost and open to the public. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
That was a rebroadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service and brought to you by Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant, 67 South 4th Avenue in Mount Vernon, New York. Don't forget, they have all the treats that you need this Christmas. Sorrel cake, Jamaican fruit cake, sorrel drink, pineapple ginger, ginger beer. All these items are made on the premises. Call Sandra Bryan, 914-667-1301. Did you pass by this past weekend and told her that you heard the ad and that you'd like to place your order? I hope you did. 67 South 4th Avenue. Wouldn't you like to try the fruitcake without the icing on top? Yes. Without icing on top. Or if you like it with it. Place your order today, 914-667-1301, 6:44 p.m. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. It's Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. I'm still working on the voice, so you hear me, yeah. But I do have some more music for you, and right after that, I'll just be talking very briefly about Twitch. Oh my God, Twitch, I love you so. And you just left us like that without warning. They don't warn you, do they? They just do. More music for you on a beautiful Thursday. It's raining here, and is it raining where you live, or it's bright sunshine? All the Caribbean people who are tuning in and saying, "Oh, you all stay over there with your rain. We're having nice weather. We're in sleeveless." I envy you. I'm not going to lie. I'm not liking it at all. Good evening to you once again. My name is Denise. It's 6:45 p.m. Let's get some music in. It's gospel music Thursday.
Matter how them sprinkle them powder. God business till I prosper. God business till I prosper. No. But then go and do what them do. Yeah, man. And can't stop the blessing. No matter.
Let them go on.
God business till I prosper.
We're covered.
We
covered.
No matter how them work them up, yeah. God business till I prosper. God business till I prosper. Say now, who God bless, I say no man curse. One get your blessing if you put God first. Who God bless, I say no man curse. One get your blessing if you put God first. No matter how them sprinkle them powder. God business till I prosper. God business till I prosper. No matter how them work them up, yeah. God business till I prosper. God business till I prosper. When them did that, when life used to devour me, them and praise to the Almighty. It was the help of God. He enlarged my territory. Now is the time and season to enjoy prosperity. We tell them, sex if you want it. Bad mind if you want. Sprinkle your powder, work hard, your hope, yeah. No matter how them sprinkle them powder, God pick the still a prosper. God pick the still a prosper. No matter how them work them hope, yeah. God pick the still a prosper. God pick the still a prosper. But we tell them, say, who God bless, and me say no man curse. Can't get your blessing if you put God first. Who God bless, and me say no man curse. Can't get your blessing if you put God first. Hi, make them go and do what they want to do, man. Them can't stop God Pitney. Hi, I'm a tell them enough. But we tell them, sir, no matter how them sprinkle them powder, God pick the still a prosper. God pick the still a prosper. No matter how them work them hope, yeah. God pick the still a prosper. God pick the still a prosper. Yes, tell them we are prosper. No matter what them do, we are prosper. God that see we through. We have to prosper. We are high.
Yes, we are prosper no matter what. If you have found where you are feeling a little envious of how you see other people are seemingly doing well, hold your lane and keep trying your hardest to accomplish what God give you. Don't jump the fence. Stay in your lane and keep working on what God has given you. Okay? You can't go wrong if you do that. Can't go wrong at all. I'd like to welcome you this evening to Center Stage. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. It's Thursday, and we are here to entertain, inform, educate, and have a bit of conversation and a bit of laughter too, especially in the segment that comes up in 10 minutes. Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. Of course, earlier I kicked it off with Inspirational Zone, and we got our praise on with Benjamin Dubé, featuring Jacqueline Carr. I gave you the rebroadcast of the news courtesy of Jamaica Information Service. Some great music, God Pickney with Jay Bez, and right now I'm also taking you into reflecting on Christmas past and present in 25 days. But before I do that, I just want to acknowledge the fact that Twitch boss DJ for Ellen DeGeneres show, he died yesterday. He was only 40 years old. I sat in the office, and when I heard the headline, I turned around and looked up at the television screen, and then there was the lower third. And I said, I held up both my cheeks. I'm like, no, Twitch, no, you didn't. But yes, he did. And we have been talking, and not only on my radio program, other programs, I've had doctors come in and talk about mental health. I've had Delia Farquharson talk about mental health issues, and how we can all look like we're doing well and smiling and looking happy, and in a second, bam, we just decide to cut. Or even if the thought had crossed our minds before and we didn't actually carry it out, I'm telling you, when that seed is planted right there, you have to pray and beg God to break that thought, because as human beings, it will come. And it will not only come to people who we say, oh, they're not born again and they don't know Jesus. It comes to people who are born again and know Jesus. Situations, circumstances, coping mechanisms that have broken down, people are in dire straits. I've been following Twitch from he was on Dancing with the Stars to the point where he was elevated and he even became a judge on Dancing with the Stars. And then he was collaborating, well, not collaborating. Helen had him as her DJ, and they would have their little banter in between. And we thought Twitch was fine. But, you know, I'm always aware of the digital age, the electronic age, because it captures everything that we put up. It don't miss anything. And even if you think you delete it, it's stored someplace that somebody else can go find. But when I saw all the videos and the 2 days before, because he died yesterday. So yesterday was what again? Yesterday was Wednesday. So like Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday, Twitch was busy with his wife frolicking and doing all kind of stuff. And then bam, he gets up, he leaves the house, and his wife said she found it odd because he would usually drive. This time he didn't drive, he walked his foot, go to wherever he was going. And then he took his life there. Well, out of respect, he didn't do it at home. But that aside, none of us know what happened with Twitch. None of us know what happened. None of us know what happened. So may his soul rest in peace. But his wife, she's so devastated. She misses him. And he has young children. So, you know, we wonder, where does the mind go at that point, knowing that you're walking through your gate, you're planning not to come back. You may think about the children and wife and everybody who know you, but still. That's the decision you make in that time, and you don't see yourself turning back. I was watching one of my favorite shows, you know, shows that they have during the week. And here is a firefighter trying his best to talk a man who sat on the edge of a very high building. You know, and it's a show, but it happened every day. And he talked the man down, and he thought he had the man, and then the man just looked at him and jumped. The poor boy was devastated. So we need to know that if the thought crosses us, cross our minds, say something. People are going to look at you. Because, you know, we, in our culture, we know nothing about mental health. It's because it has escalated like this. What we know is people who we call mad people, who are walking up and down a street, eating out of garbage, no clothes, almost no clothes on, that kind of thing. We don't know that people who look nice and cute and walking up and down and smiling are there in their mind space, getting crazy, thinking all kinds of thoughts are just bombarding their minds. We have to pray and beg God to help us. I put out a video yesterday, and I said that if it wasn't for God guiding me, who knows what would have happened to me? Seriously, there are some things I've experienced that is only Him keep me from not going cuckoo. So, when somebody actually comes and says to you, you know, these are the thoughts, please don't tell them, oh, because that's what we do. The first thing, we slap them with something. Don't think that, man, how you cannot think so, rather than saying, sit with me, let me hear you. Share what's on your heart, let me hear. But we just want them to shut up and tell them to go fix it. And at that point, they reach out and say, I need help. So here is this young man, 40 years old. And he's just gone like that. Just like that. Talented. talented. Very sad. And the thing about it, they celebrated their 9th wedding anniversary just a few days ago. That's just rough. Hard. So if you're listening to my voice today, and if you'd like to call, I'm open to receiving, phone calls from you, 914-600-4228. But man, this thing is increasingly worse, becoming increasingly worse, difficult. Any day you don't know what you're going to hear. Any given day, somebody just broke. May God help us. May He help us. And may we ask Him for help. Because when we are not in other people's spaces, we full of opinions, we are totally objective and all that. But the heart component is not there. The compassion, the empathy is not there. We want to intellectualize everything. Jackie, I wouldn't even try to presuppose a thing. I have no clue why he did what he did. I have no idea. Because sometimes it's very simple things that people take their lives for, He may not have been in any debt. He may not have been in anything promiscuous or anything illegal. Maybe not. It could have been just one little something. And if there were extreme circumstances and he felt he couldn't seek help, who knows these things? Until we reach out and cry out for help. So, suicide ain't a nice thing. In our culture, when somebody commits suicide, it comes like a big old disgrace. That's how we see it. I tell you. But may his family be comforted at this time, and I'm hoping that they're getting all the help. I know that she's getting help, but we are from a distance, not sure how to wrap our heads around something like this. Good evening. How are you? Welcome.
Good evening, Miss Beautiful. How are you, my dear?
Mr. Handsome Vernon, I sent out a holler for you on Monday. I don't hear you. I'm like, where is he?
Monday I wasn't around. Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
So how is the family?
Thank God we are right, fine. Last night when I was going to my bed, I said, Lord, all of us are accounted for, no matter where we are in the world. Thank you. I was able to say my prayers and go to my bed, and here we are, you and I talking today.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They said since this COVID vaccine thing, suicide increased a lot, especially in the young children, young teenagers and all that. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if it's true. So it is alleged. I don't know if it's true. But what I can say, is that people have had COVID in a very severe manner. Can tell you. Those who it attacked their minds because it did different things, everybody didn't have the same.
Yeah, one lady told me her sister hallucinating since the vaccine.
Oh, yeah. Yes, so I hear, the COVID has...
It affects people. What they said before, if you have underlying condition, you should not take it. After a while, everybody has to take it. So I don't understand how they do this. And some people have problems with couldn't take those things.
Yes.
So I don't take it.
Well, I took them all. Booster, whatnot, and thank God we're still here.
Well, you're still well.
There you go. So I'm just saying thank you, Lord. But you're good though, Vernon.
Yeah, I'm good.
Nice to see you. Vernon, is since 2008 I've been sitting in this chair. All now. As of yet.
You to see me, right?
I tell you, I never seen nothing like that.
I'll make it before Christmas. Is that okay?
Well, you know, I am not carrying no bag with no hollow in it. So I am
going to try my best to see you before Christmas.
Well, that would be nice. Blessings to you, Vernon. Thank you.
Okay,
all right. Bye-bye. Okay, so 914-600-4228. You know, it's now time for our thing, Mail Zone. But of course, I'm open to the discussion about mental health. You can always call me. I'm going to read the letter. We can do a mix-up thing this evening. I don't really care. But mental health ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. We need to just pray and beg God to keep our minds so that we're not thinking all kind of hocus pocus stuff. You hear me tell you? Don't forget, at 7:30 p.m., I'll be speaking with Rookie Wilson. She's a prospective candidate for the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, representative for the Northeast United States. Of course, Dr. Karen Dunkley will be giving up that, well, not giving up, her time is ending, right? So Rookie is vying for the position. So I want to hear what Rookie is going to be up to, what plans she has for the diaspora. And, you know, over time we've had discussions here on this station, not only on this show. And I believe more people are becoming aware of what the diaspora is, the Jamaican diaspora is. That is, we make it up. And we have a council, and we have representation, and we have a voice. Okay? So don't think it's an elite group of people. It is not. If it is presumed so, perhaps they did a bad job. But that's not the case. So I'd just like to take you now at 5 minutes past 7 o'clock into Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. Good evening, everyone. This is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez.
United, we're a fire burning bright.
For the truth, always brand new. Right from the jump, we had a hunch that we had everything.
Perfect combination.
I tell you, Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. Let's check the mailbox, shall we? Well, we have a mail here that we would like to provide some wise counsel on. How about that? From the subject line, some women don't know when they have a good man. Let's hear what he says. Dear Lady D, when I was a young boy, my parents were very poor. For several years of my early education, I went to school without shoes and lunch, and some days my feet were so severely blistered I could not go to school. One day I fell ill during class while at primary school, and I passed out when they took me to the hospital. After the doctors helped me to regain consciousness, they realized I was suffering from malnutrition. I was always a skinny boy, but it was due to a poor diet. As a 9-year-old boy sitting on that hospital bed that day, I vowed that when I became a man, I would never be poor, and I am not. Throughout the years, I pursued several degrees and went on to do my PhD. I was so busy chasing my dream and running away from poverty, I never gave much time to dating. I had a few girlfriends, but they had no vision of their own. Finally, it happened. I met my girlfriend one day in a bookstore. I saw her sitting at the cafe window, walked over and said hi. We talked for over 4 hours that day and were inseparable after that. We have been dating for 3 years and I'm deeply in love with her. But she's lazy. I give her everything she wants, but she does not meet me halfway. Sometimes we see what we want to see in our mates, while the truth is staring us in the face. The vow I made to myself was, I would not see my family in need and not help. She's family, and whatever she wants, she gets. I bought her expensive car and nice clothes, but whenever I raised the question of marriage, she turned me down. So I decided to take the bull by the horn. I bought her a Lamborghini 2 weeks ago and took her out on the town. During our dinner, I knelt on one knee and popped the big question in the center of the room. But she said no. I was so embarrassed. When I asked her why, she said I was too nice. I was stunned. Not only did she say it, but she meant it. Lady D, I have heard most, if not all, of the letters you have read since you started this segment, and I have concluded that some women don't know when they have a good man. While I may have chased wealth and escaped poverty, I'm a good man willing to love and care for a woman who will love and appreciate me. When she turned me down, I was embarrassed, and my wise mother had to lecture some sense into me. I must admit that money cannot buy love. I have decided to move on. I cannot afford to stay with a woman who wants to enjoy my wealth but refuses to marry me. That's the end of the letter. Yes, sir. Oh, well, what can I say? 914-600-4228. I would like you to call me. Let's talk. Of course, you know, I can't talk by myself. So I'm inviting you to have, you know, a one-on-one with me. I like to use that term. Have a one-on-one. Sit by me right here and talk so we can, you know, tell him what's what. Fine, he has said he's going to move on, but oh, dear Lord Massa, you gave her a Lamborghini, you kneel down in the middle of a restaurant, and still she turned you down. You think he's doing something wrong? What it is? Because sometimes, you know, in your best efforts, you can feel that you're doing the right thing and that you are giving all that you have to the person you think is right for you. And they're saying, oh, even though he's giving me all of these things, you know, seriously, you'd be surprised. And then somebody over on the other side saying, oh, I wonder if she won't give him to me because we could take the Lamborghini. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Let me take the first call. That would be 33456.
Good evening to you, my queen.
Yes, King. Good evening to you. Second caller, hold on, please. Go ahead, King.
Then me want to ask you some money. That's what I tell you say now. Him have money to buy a Lamborghini because he want married to the woman.
Hold on, Ryan. I have two callers online. Just hold the line, please. I'll be with you in a moment.
Okay, lady.
Continue, Ryan.
What tells him? What tells him that the woman wants a Lamborghini for him to marry? You see, some of them, nobody now beat the woman deceiving a come here, beat the man because the man is an idiot. When someone tell you who they are, believe. What happened to people? Why people think it takes me to go buy your Lamborghini, private jet, limousine, mansion on the hill to marry to you? The woman was honest enough She tell him she did nothing wrong. He's the bugaboo.
Oh dear.
Sometimes we must wait. There's a thing called wait and see. What God have for you and what God have for you. Who tell us he wanted this to marry to her? He wants you to have her for a lover. He never said she a wife.
Well, he wanted
You see,
to
all we
marry
can think, we think so much of ourselves that we think everybody should fall for our rhetoric.
But Brian, okay, fine. But he wanted to marry her. All right, so she don't love him, whatever. But he wanted to marry her. He didn't want to just have her there like prized possession.
Queen, me tell people say, so when you come on to marriage, that's one thing me only take upon myself, you know, me have to seek the face of God when you come on to marriage. Me not say one girlfriend out everybody, no, me say married. If me didn't take up somebody where me in myself think say me want marry to you, you think that me that come to you before me go to God? Me I go to God first and he have to send something to convince me that me to marry to you.
All right.
Marriage a serious thing.
All right, sir. Thank you for your time. Let me take another call. Let me take 1665. 1665?
Good night, lady.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good night, lady.
Good night. Good night.
I listened to the other call and I'm very passionate about what we feel.
Yes.
But here's the deal. You have to understand that, you know, look back at this guy upbringing and where he's coming from and all that. This guy probably didn't start dating his life till in his late years.
Yes.
Because he was so busy making sure that he never go broke or poor again. But what has reached him is someone that does not love him. You know, we have an old time saying in Jamaica, say every fool have to find them tick a bush.
Right.
It's a similar thing as the Bible says, a virtuous woman is hard to find, or a virtuous man is hard to find. You understand me? So they never have no connection. So he thought that now his material wealth would bring about a connection.
Yes.
But if you don't have that connection, if that's not your ticker bush, it don't matter how much wealth or what you want, the she or what you want, it don't mean nothing to she. She wants a rude boy. A boy to grab her up in her, you understand me? In too nice to she.
Yes.
And she tell him straight up.
Yeah, she say he's too nice.
You understand me? Yeah. I lived through them things in my lifetime. And one thing I can tell anybody, this great gift that God give us, woman, is a very complex creature. And you will hear things that you will never think you would hear in your lifetime pertaining to woman. And never be shocked. That's just the way it is.
Yes. Well,
you understand? So a man have to just try and find him tick a boy. Otherwise it's going to be hell to feel.
I think so too.
Then you're a woman, you're all right.
Thank you so much. I have another call. Oh Lord. Thank you for calling. I have another caller online. Thank you. Okay, good evening. Good evening, my next caller. How are you?
Good evening, Lady D. I don't have much to say because the other two callers said a lot, which I agree with both of them. And the sad part about it is his value, although he was educated, his value was really in materialistic things and hoping that, you know, his material wealth would attract this woman. When at least what I do respect the woman for is that she did not marry him just for the material and didn't show the love. So she did him a favor, actually, by not marrying, by saying no. So, you know, I respect her for that. And at the end, he did say his mother was able to open up his eyes to see that it's not just the material, but, you know, as the brother said before, that connection was there.
Yes.
So, you know, hopefully he learned a lesson and realize it's more than just about material gain. And too often, us professional people, because we have an education and all of that, feel like that's it and we have arrived, so therefore there's nothing else in terms of interpersonal relationship that counts.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great show.
Thank you, Al. What I like, is the men have really given their their input. I thought about the fact that I think he was raised right. They may have been very poor and he was malnourished and all that, but I think he's a cultured man. That's my understanding. I didn't get any footnote this time around in the email, but I sense that he's one of those dignified male. And so, fine. He acquired his wealth and he has now met this woman and wants to share it. He wants to share it. I don't get the feeling he was trying to, in no way, kind of buy her off kind of thing. But he just wanted to share what he has and to marry someone to share it. Is that so wrong? Again, she did him a favor by saying no. So she wouldn't end up using him, divorce him, and then take half of, his wealth. Good evening. Welcome to Mail Zone. Oh.
I am here listening.
Good evening.
Yes, Lady D.
My dearest Daff, how are you?
I am so blessed.
Good.
Listening to the letter from this man, he had grown, he was raised poor. He had been through a lot of suffering, and God had helped him that he could help himself. And he wants to share. It's just the love that he have in his heart. Is not that he was trying to buy this lady with his wealth, but he just want to help somebody because maybe she was in a position not like him, and he loved her and would like to help her. But the girl now, she couldn't cope with it because she feels as if she is not up to his standard. His quality she couldn't maintain. So that is why you see she didn't want to go deep in him to marry him. But it's not because the man is stupid, but they have a good, kind heart and want to help somebody and want somebody to live a good life, enjoy life with him because he grow in separation and God help him. So he wants to help somebody. So I don't think the man was stupid.
I agree, Auntie Daphne.
Anyone that was simple would be the woman. Would be the woman. She's the one that don't have any quality. Because if somebody trying, it's not that you're all right. If you don't want him, why take his things? Why take his things if you don't want him? You can't live up with him. Well, tell him, you know what? We are not compatible. I don't think I can be with you. And I'm not going to take anything from it. Be honest. If she is honest enough to say, no, she can't be with him, don't take the man thing then. And I'm glad that the mother found some sense in his head. I know that he's still sad, because let me tell you, love is love.
There you go.
When you love a person, them say love is blind, but when you love a person, you just love them, and you're hoping that they will change. But you cannot buy love, But you just treat people good.
All right. Thanks, Auntie Daphne. I have two other callers. Thank you. Love you.
Yes, darling.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes.
It's Jackie.
Good evening, Jack.
Okay. When it comes down to marriage, it's not a matter of somebody wanting to help somebody because he has accumulated wealth and he just wants to help somebody. You're looking for a lifetime mate. You're looking for a lifetime person, that soulmate, per se, or somebody who can share your life with for the rest of your life. So it's not a matter of thinking of somebody and saying that, okay, I have accumulated wealth, so I'm going to help. right? And maybe the person that he gravitated to is somebody that wouldn't have looked at him when he was poor. But, you know, he might have appealed to her now that he's into some wealth. But there's still no connection from the heart there between them. But he was probably trying too hard, because I don't see any woman who is going to come into a man who is offering so much nowadays and not be with him. There's something else. Something else is not right.
Okay. All righty.
Is it him have a performance problem, or something in the pussy, or something? No, it will up the box now. Is it that he cannot perform, and you know what, that she's into all her she's too young, or something like she have another man out there with pregnant? Because I can give you a few stories, some real stories that I've heard. One is unfolding right here now. That person needs to write you a letter, but that's for another show.
All right, no problem. I have 2 other calls.
That's my opinion.
Thank you, Jack. All righty. Yes, good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, lady, I talked to you before, and I just coming back. We was laughing and
yes.
You know, I listened to your comment and the other lady, and I have a problem with the word sharing and helping. I don't know if you guys think about it and look about it going into a marriage. You understand what I'm trying to say?
No, explain.
Here, I don't, you know, we don't even know what type of wealth he has accumulated. Number one, you know. But the thing is, you know, that sharing word, I don't think it cuts it, because I don't think a woman would come from where he came from, malnutrition, the whole 9 yards, and accumulate all this wealth, and would take up a man just like that and just give him all of that. I would have to see. I don't say it couldn't happen or it wouldn't happen, but I would have to see. And these things here, you know, that's just a big part they put out here. But there's a lot of little components. Nobody don't know if this person are from the harm, if them are bad breath, if them this, then that. All those things factors into these things, but it don't mention or talk about.
No.
Because no amount of money no woman can give me no amount of money if she not clean. You understand what I'm talking about? And smell nice and all of that. So these things are not talked about, but these things are components of all of these things. So it's not just what they put out there, you know, from where you come from and and made all this wealth and that. There's a lot of other things to that factor into a relationship, and hygiene is a big one.
Got you.
Especially for me.
Thank you. I have another caller.
That factor in, but don't mention. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. No problem. I have another call. Blessings.
All right.
Okay. Good evening.
Well, I'm back.
All right, new pack.
Okay. Listen to me, baby. Have anybody Google online and say what the price for a Lamborghini?
I don't think they have, sir.
No, a lot of these men, you know, because I have a person, not with me, a relative of mine. A lot of these men think that they can throw their wealth around, and they can show what their university, what they've been through. They could be into, or even after slave ship. Your wealth now cut it. Because all he mentioned was his wealth. He didn't mention anything else. He mentioned his wealth. Are you married into your, so all he sees, all he's coming into this marriage is wealth. So God help that poor woman married to him tomorrow. Him guy say, look how me buy your Lamborghini, and me make me put in a big house, and me go out and work all my money. Look here, master. Put your wealth backstage. Come up front with who you really is before you get my girl Pitney. Your Lamborghini, your master's degree, your doctorate, your how many, whatever you think you may have accumulated. My daughter need to marry to that. She need to marry to you as an individual. Your wealth not cut it. A man need to come after that. Wealth not cut it. You need to come who you are.
Right,
you come and talk about your Lamborghini.
Thank you.
You now get me girl Pitney.
All righty, gotta go. I have 3 minutes. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Lady D, and good evening to everyone. And I'm listening to the dialogue, and there are a couple of missing pieces to this puzzle. Number one, what is the age of the young woman? What is the age of the man? And you can't buy love no matter what he has. He seems to be buying the love from this woman. I respect her for saying she's not interested in marriage because there is something that is missing. And one of the male callers said, yes, definitely it's a possibility. Maybe he cannot function sexually. There are so many missing pieces to the puzzle. But I really do respect that woman for telling him honestly that she's not interested in marriage. Now, the other thing is, if she's not going to marry him, stop taking his, his worldly possessions that he's offering, the Lamborghini, among other things, because it's not genuine. She's not reciprocating. What he wants, she's unable to give him. He wants to marry her. The fact is why. Why is it so important? There are so many other factors that you have to take into consideration. Okay? So those are my few words.
Thank you, my dear Pat.
You're welcome.
All righty. Well, this letter has struck a chord. There's something that Auntie Daphne said that I would take into consideration. Did you know that if you are with someone and they feel as though they do not measure up, they will not stay? If you're with somebody and they feel they don't measure up to you, and it has nothing to do with, you trying to overpower them with what you have per se. It's just that they feel inadequate. That can happen as well. And maybe for her, she that's not something she understood. That's my take. I'm thinking she doesn't understand how to receive these kinds of gestures. That's number one. Because I don't get in the tone of his letter. Because I listen to the tone. And he just simply disclosed that, hey, this is who I am, this is what I have. We can't beat him for his intellect. Nothing like that. Fine, we don't know the back end story of most of anything here. But I feel that she would not be a good fit for him because she wasn't right there. Good evening. Welcome to Inside the Zone. This is Lady D, Denise Gomez.
Here's Rookie Wilson. Howard.
Well, hello, Rookie Wilson. It's a beautiful day. It's raining in my area. Is it raining in yours?
Yes, I am in Maryland right now. I'm in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area. It's been raining all day.
Oh, Lord. And
kind of a gloomy day.
And I know. And they're telling you it will rain in through the night into tomorrow as well.
I'm not sure. I haven't checked. Hopefully not. I'm looking forward to some sunshine.
Okay, maybe you're in the wrong place. I'm thinking you're in the wrong place, Rookie. Ladies and gentlemen, well, it's time for Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. I'd like to introduce you to Rookie Wilson. She's my guest in Center Stage this evening, and it's a pleasure having you, Rookie. I'm looking forward to this conversation. In a nutshell, Rookie attended Trinity Preparatory School in Linstead, St. Catherine, where her mother taught dance and where Rookie competed in festival competitions with her mother as a child. She later attended Mona Heights Primary School in Kingston. where she passed her common entrance exam for Arden High School, but migrated to the U.S. before attending. Later on, she graduated from Washington Irving High School in Manhattan, New York City, majoring in law and public service, which curated her love for the law, justice, and public service. A proud Bison Rookie Wilson is a Howard University alumna with 2 bachelor's degrees, one in political science and the other in administration of justice. She holds a master's of business administration from the University of the District of Columbia. It's my pleasure having you inside the zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez, Rookie Wilson.
Thank you so much for having me. Truly appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. This is what I do on this side of the globe. Now, you have landed on center stage at a time when the Jamaican diaspora Northeast is focused on bringing us all together, right, under the theme of service. So we want to thank you for being here. I'd like to break the ice now, Rookie, and ask you, who named you at birth?
So I'm named after my grandmother, Rookie Barrow. Barrow is a nickname, but Rookie Andronica Gail. She married and she's to Willie. So the story was when I was born in St. Joseph Hospital. When I was born, my grandmother came to the hospital not knowing where my mother was, but a nurse saw her and was like, "Come here, lady. You must be related to this baby because you look just like the baby," and brought her to my mother. And therefore, my mom had no choice but to name me after my grandmother, which is a honor.
Oh, I'm so happy. So, well, congratulations. Nice. So let's ask a question now. Who is Rookie Wilson?
So I would want to start and say, like, Rookie is someone who's legitimately living her ancestors and her family's wildest dreams. I'm very clear that I am standing on the shoulders of my grandmother, my great-grandmother, who also I have her name, Celestina, my middle name. When I try to describe myself, my grandmother was very much so someone who gave back to her community, and I learned that at an early age to be a servant leader, right? To show leadership and exemplify leadership through giving back, through service, and how I interact with people. I am someone who like to get down and not get down, but like to kind of meet people where they are, in a sense, and understand the situation and work with people within that to kind of build out solutions. My profession, I work in juvenile justice. I am a care coordinator for a DC government agency that works with young people who have committed crimes. So I work with them after they've been sentenced. I've been doing this working with the government in this manner for close to 10 years. Prior to that, I worked in the nonprofit sector in HIV prevention. I worked with homeless women. I'm passionate about Jamaica. I sometimes say I am mildly obsessed with Jamaica, but many of us in the diaspora, we're very passionate about our country. And I can't speak for other countries, but the pride that we carry as Jamaicans, anywhere we go, it's phenomenal, right? We might not go back to Jamaica about 20 years, 30 years, but when we're talking about sending back, when you're talking about sending remittance, when you're talking about helping somebody in the inner city or sponsoring a scholarship or something, our diaspora shows up in so many ways. So I'm a product of all of that, right? I love my country, and my love for my country grew over the years. As a young person, you take things for granted. But I remember going to when I went to Howard as a freshman and telling people, yeah, I'm Jamaican, I lived in New York, and understanding the duality of being an immigrant and living here, growing up here for some time, and being an American as well as Jamaican, and people just thought that was so great, and learning about my Black history and Jamaican history, and just feeling with pride, right? So it's who I am is all of that, right? Who I am is a product of my people who work their way up from Trenchtown, Rima, Tivoli, you know, for a better life. My grandmother, who was back in the day, you call her profession an igla, was able to work her way up to buy a house where me in my generation, I've never had to live in the inner city. Or I get emotional a bit when I think about it, because I'll far them come, right? I've never had to grow up in the inner city in Jamaica because they did that for generations. They toiled and hustled to make a living, to move us out, move their family out, right? And when me come and find my first liver in that way you call it ghetto, because we lived in Harlem at that time, right? So when me come and find me, I say, hold on, oh, this is dirty. Why them see you look so? No, sir.
Oh, Lord.
But it's, you know, it's definitely a privilege to stand where I am, to have gone to college, graduate, have degrees I have, because, you know, my grandmother, my grandfather, my auntie, my mom, my father had struggled and hustled to get me here. So who I am is their wildest dream.
Well, thank you. I've never for the longest while heard somebody define who they are like you. I mean, you took us. I thank you for that, Rookie, because you took us from early beginnings. Then you cited the similarities of other people who were raised in another part of our culture. You know, I thank you for that. I thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And this evening I am interviewing Rookie Wilson. She is the prospective candidate for the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Northeast United States, and we'll be getting in some more. It's now 7:39 p.m. Why, Rookie, have you thrown your hat into this race for the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative? It is a volunteer position.
Yeah, like, to be quite honest, a couple of people have asked me, right? And in the last year and two, since I've been with the Jamaica Diaspora Northeast, Dr. Dunkley has done an incredible job. She's our current representative in the Northeast. She has done an incredible job just galvanizing folks and bringing folks to the table, partnering with people, building out a system in a structure where we have think tanks here in each state, and people coming together on a monthly basis discussing what's happening in their state, inclusiveness. And I wanted to keep that going. I didn't want... One of my motto is we can't regress. We'll come too far. We have to keep moving forward. And that's I thought about it long and hard, because it takes a lot, right? Like, I'm not disillusioned about that. It takes a lot, and I already, I have a job that is demanding. But when I do that for work, I feel like it's my outlet in a sense, because I'm doing work for my people, for my country. But yeah, I want to keep us moving forward. We can't regress. So I want to continue doing the work that that Dr. Dunkley has been doing, and keep us moving forward. I want to be able to, when in 3 years, when my term is ended, if I'm in that position, we would have progressed, and we leave something for that other person coming in to continue it, right? That's why I decided to do it.
And you mentioned about the unity, inclusion, and the focused impact. But tell us who will benefit, because, again, we speak of Dr. Karen Dunkley, and I'm telling you, she has spread herself thin, but to the benefit of many people. My organization has partnered through her with entities in Jamaica to the point where we have, sponsored a clinic. We adopted a clinic in Gordon Town. And, we are in the tree planting and all of these things. She has brought us to the table. So we understand. But not many people are aware. So with the unity, inclusion, and focused impact, how you intend to carry that through so that more people can come to the table, wherever they are.
I think that where more people can come to the table, when I think about inclusion, right? Inclusion is not only is inviting people to the table, but welcoming them. I think one of the first things we have to do, or continue to do in the diaspora, is really let Jamaicans know outside of Jamaica that you are the diaspora. The diaspora is not an elite club. It's not a elite club of people. It's not a social club of ninja warriors. It's literally you and I. Everyone living outside of Jamaica is a part of the Jamaican diaspora. Your children who are of Jamaican parentage are part of the Jamaican diaspora. So people need to feel welcome, not only invited, but welcome to the table, as well as continue to reach out to the different states here in the Northeast. There's 14 states in the Northeast, and I'll talk about which states those are as well. We need to make sure that there's people on the ground. We're meeting with those organizations that where Jamaicans meet, the restaurants, the association, the alumni associations, the social associations, the different groups, the churches, and people feel included. And a part of this position, from what I understand, is to make sure that information is down and up, right? We're getting information from the ministry to pass on to the diaspora, as well as from the diaspora to inform and advise the ministry on what is it that diaspora-related issues, right? And create structures for the diaspora to be able to give back to Jamaica. So what is the question as far as how we're going to do it is just continue that same platform of having people in different states who are doing their work and engaging the diaspora a part of these conversations.
Yes.
So I'm not going to change it. Like when that format, I'm not planning on changing it at all. We just want to keep things moving forward.
Right, because you mentioned churches, and I alluded to the fact that my organization is doing much and intend to do a whole lot more, which is why I also wanted to ask you how you intend to expand the work with the faith-based community, because if you want to find people, you're going to find them in church. If you want to find people who are willing to help, to support, to do what needs to be done, you will find them in church.
Yeah, I agree. Like I think about a diaspora movement, similar to as far as where you find the people, similar to the civil rights movement here in America. Where did we find the people in church? Churches were talking about voting rights, talking about galvanizing people, and it's similar in that respect to the diaspora movement. Is where we gather. Churches, a lot of the foundational things and how we give back to Jamaica, and this initiative starts with church folks coming together and doing this. And I agree, how we include and be more inclusive of churches within the Jamaica diaspora Northeast. There's sectors as well, right? Like education, there's faith-based, there is health, there is citizen security, which is I'm a part of that sector given the work I do as a professional. So the faith-based sector, it will continue engaging church leaders and church members throughout the 14 states, including D.C., to make sure that the churches are included, initiatives from the churches are supported throughout the Northeast. And also, breaking down borders and wall, the prospective candidate in the South, Lorraine Smith, who was a part of the Northeast, talks about just making sure we break break down borders, making sure the South is supporting the Northeast and the West and the Midwest. Like, we all have to work together because at the end of the day, we're one diaspora, right? We're one United States. So the people in the Northeast, Connecticut can support Chicago. Chicago can support New York, or California. Like, there's no reason that we all can't work together.
Yes, absolutely. It is now 7:47 p.m. and we're winding down. Now, we know that the focus of your being with me this evening is to talk about what's coming up. Now, the registration is critical to the voting process, and we'd like to hear your final appeal before we end our discussion this evening.
Okay, so all the Jamaicans under the sound of my voice, I encourage you to register to vote. Register your children who are over 18, they can vote as well. The Northeast is made up of states from West Virginia all the way up to Maine. That includes Washington, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, Connecticut, New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. That includes Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, all the states, 14 states from West Virginia all the way up to Maine. I'm sorry, I forgot Virginia as well. So I want people to register to vote. You can go to GLO, G-L-O, JAM, J-A-M, Councils, COUNCILS.com to register to vote. I promise you, I want to. It takes like 2 minutes or less to register. Put your name in, your date of birth. If you're Jamaican by birth or parentage, check that. Where you were born in Jamaica, your address here in the States, because you have to vote by state, by region. So if you're in one of those states I mentioned in the Northeast, from West Virginia to Maine, you're in the Northeast. So you would click that and register there. And you will put an email in that you use regularly, because that's where they'll send your ballot. Because voting is electronic for the most part. So, yes, registration deadline to register to vote is January 2nd. Voting will take place after that. So I encourage folks to register, because if you don't register, you can't vote. And this is an opportunity for us in the Northeast and the diaspora in the U.S. to have our voices heard and represented.
And they're supposed to be voting for you, no, sir?
I'm hoping. I'm not verified yet as a candidate. So I say prospective candidate, intended candidate. But once that verification comes out in January, it is my hope that people will vote for me here in the Northeast. Absolutely.
Yes, there you go. Well, Rookie Wilson, prospective candidate, Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Northeast United States. I think Grandma did an exceptional job. Rookie.
Thank you. That warms my heart.
Oh, Lord. I am telling you. Let's see if someone wants to say something to you. I'll just pause a moment. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Denise.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
How are you? Good evening, Rookie.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm well. You said something that jumped out at me. When I attended high school, inside the home I lived, there was a student that attended Trinity Prep.
Yes. Was it me?
No, it was my cousin.
Okay.
So I know
yes.
very well.
Good, yes. I haven't been there in years. Is it still there?
Yes, it is. It's a great institution, the prep school in Linstead. Yeah.
Yes, I have to get back to it.
So I know Trinity very well. As I said, somebody in my household attended Trinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. I lived in Charlemont. A lot of us went to Trinity from that community.
Okay, yes, I imagine that because Trinity was a new school. I lived in Orange Village. Anyway, just a quick myself with you. I listen to you carefully and hopefully based on what I've heard, that I can make a decision as to who will get my approval.
Good.
Okay.
But
Definitely. During the campaigning period, we should be having a forum where all the candidates can discuss either platform. That's in January. So information about that will be coming out as well during that campaigning period.
Okay, but I can say that you have one thing going for you so far. You're from LinkedIn.
Thank you.
We was born as a manila string cut.
I hear that. Okay.
Right here in Lincoln, because I'm going to high school here. So there you go. It's not finished there.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
So all the best until such time. Okay, great.
All righty, we appreciate it. So, Rookie, there you go. Thank you once again, and just remind them of the deadline.
The deadline to register to vote is January 2nd. You can go to glowjamcouncils.com to register to vote.
All righty. Well, we wish you all the best in this process, Rookie. And again, we know that you have a heart for service.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Lady G. You have a good one.
Same to you. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Well, I tell you, I've never heard nobody talk about, who they are like that. Rookie's down to earth. I love that. Rookie Wilson, prospective candidate for Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Northeast United States. As I mentioned, Dr. Karen Dunkley will be demitting office, and so Rookie has thrown her hat in the race. Moving the diaspora forward, unity, inclusion, and focused impact. Register to vote now. Deadline January 2nd. www.glow, that's G-L-O, jam, J-A-M, councils, councils.com. Go vote now. Get yourselves integrated, let's work together. I'm all up into what's going on, so which is a good thing. We have to spread our wings and do more than we are doing. Well, guess what? It's 7:54 p.m. and we're going to wrap up the show. It's Thursday. No other day but Thursday. And they say rain is coming. I'd like to just head on home, put on a hot cup of chocolate, but I'm not going to. I don't want to take any kind of milk or anything until I'm over this little hump with this little hoarse throat thing that's kind of knocking at my door. But anyway, it has not prevented me from coming to host the program, so that I'm very grateful for. And so we're going to wrap up. 5 minutes and counting. I feel for some little, Christmas a come. Whether we like it or not, Christmas is coming.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
So as children, when we were growing up, right? And they would play these songs. And I'm sure if I'm the only one, then I'm very happy. Because I used to just picture foreign and me in a sleigh or something like that. Am I the only one? And then when we did watch, movies, some of the movies on the television and so on, man, you would see the children and their hair long and blowing, and then they have their scarves around their necks. I tell you. That's before they started showing us a whole lot of black films. 4 minutes to 8 o'clock. I'd like to thank everyone who participated with me this evening. I really, really appreciate you. All Jamaicans like double up words, so I couldn't just say I really appreciate you. I had to say I really, really, really. Man. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to support Sandra Bryan, 67 South 4th Avenue in Mount Vernon. And of course, you can call and place your order for your sorrel cake, Jamaican fruit, sorrel drink, pineapple ginger beer, And then she says, we have fruit cake with and without icing. We have fruit cake with royal icing. The good old Jamaican icing. Stop by, taste, buy, and tell a friend. That was a commercial right there, no? You heard my versatility, huh? Our friendly staff are here to assist you. Sure. Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
That's right, that's right. Sure, I'm here ringing my bell, but you can't see me, can you? I'd like to thank Caribbean Vibes Radio Network for airing the program, Touch FM Radio 90.1. This is your budding and buzzing station. Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7. When I was growing up as a child, I was full of life. I would walk around my community with my friends and play out my day. And a lot of times I didn't know when to go to my yard. Nothing was wrong with my yard, you know. I had everything in there. Everything. Including a chandelier. But I just loved to be at my friend them house because they were a little more, you know, on the rustic side. So I would get to do the outer door stuff. But because I didn't know when to go back to my yard, they had to come look for me. And then when they find me, you know, especially Auntie Joy. Auntie Joy would say, look for when you left the yard. Come, go up, go on up. And they chase me to my yard. Oh, the good old days. But come Monday, Monday we're gonna do Christmas, cause we don't have a lot of time. So I'd like to bless everyone and say thank you so much for joining me. Thanks to Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Narita Avenue, Soji, Keisha, and the crew. I gotta go. Blessings, everyone. Mwah. I'm out of here.
Sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. Best music.
New York, I introduce the best ice cream factory located in Mount Vernon, 408 East Sanford Boulevard. Call and place your order at 914-699-1349. We also do delivery from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. We have the most Jamaican flavors: grape nut, pistachio grape nut, rum and raisin, Jamaican rum and raisin, sour milk ice cream, sugar-free ice cream, stout ice cream cake, peach, grape nut, and more. Also check out Papa Deli's right next door. When you talk about jerk chicken, jerk pork, roast fish, fried fish, and roast corn, contact me at 914-699-0145. Also check out our juice bar with our smoothies, boosters, mash, and therapy juices. 408 East Sanford Boulevard. Ice cream, jerk chicken, roast fish and corn, and over them you gone.
There are radio stations within the ear, but to this, none can compare. Trying to figure what to think.